Isn't Seduce better? Yeah, I'm gonna give it that. Oh, sweet. It's nice to get gifts from QT Pixies. Alright, so we're gonna go get that Liomante and Leonard Secunda. I hope it's not too much money. I hope I have enough money. I did get 1,000 for being that troll. An actual troll, not a bully on the internet, I should say. You know, okay, I should tell you a personal story of mine. But there's this girl that I know that we're friends, and okay, there's a little bit of a romantic interest there, but she was hanging out at my house not too long ago, and she mentioned, like, I don't know how I brought up, but she said something about, like, how, you know, she thinks I'm a sexist because she's kind of. Wait a minute, where's the Liomante? Where's that Liomante bullshit? It's not down here. Do I have to get that from somewhere else? Fuck her. Make her hiss like a cat. Who? Okay, so yeah, she said she thought I was a sexist, basically. And she said, like, you know, all the weird shit I put on Twitter, like, it's so outrageous. And I said, like, if you think I'm a sexist, you think I'm a misogynist. She said she first of all, she said she doesn't think I hate women, but I know that implication when she thinks I'm a sexist. I asked her, like, if you think I'm a sexist, why are you still friends with me? And she said, well, she said, I don't know, because you're a cool guy. And I said, can you be a sexist and still be a cool guy? And she said, unfortunately, yes. It's at Shibuya. Oh, right. Do I have an Amala link for that? Yeah, I do. Okay. I would panic for a minute. I didn't know which shop you were talking about. Yeah, and she said, I just kind of like it seems weird to me. Like, can you really be friends with someone who you thought was a sexist? I don't think I'm a sexist, by the way, but I can understand what she might think I was. My soggy booyah. All right. No, sexist, like, misogynist and a sexist, they're different. Misogyny is the hatred of women. Sexism is bigotry either way towards women or men. But so you could be a misogynist and not be a sexist. Well, actually, no, you can be a sexist and not be a misogynist, but all misogynists are sexists. So you're a misogynist if you hate women, but if you kind of think, like, if you like women, but you kind of think that women are not as good as men, then you're a sexist, even though you don't technically hate them. You don't hate them, you just don't think they're as good. You know what I'm saying? There is a difference. Alright, when am I gonna learn Liomante? Or when am I gonna learn Secunda? Probably gonna be a while. Looking like a while. That's the answer I'm getting. But I just still, I can't fathom, like, why, if you thought, 200 when you're level 17. Okay. I guess that's not too far off. I'm almost there. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, we were already going to 18. I guess I'll go back to the underpass and start grinding again. I don't think I can. That's a funny ass joke, buddy. I can't. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe you could, if you were in my position, but I guarantee I'm not as good as you think I am, or you think you are. Not with that attitude. Matador don't give a fuck what kind of attitude you got. It'll tear your ass apart. You don't come prepared. So, okay, let's talk some real talk. There's this girl who I have on my Facebook purely because she is sexy and posts sexy pictures. But problem is she's a hardcore feminist. But she's one of those sex positive feminists. But she's still kind of annoying. But yeah, that's it. I've gotten into arguments on her Facebook statuses many times, but I never remove her because she's really good to look at. Does anyone else know that feel, or am I just a weirdo? Crits though. No, she doesn't call people sexist if they like them, but she's just one of those, like, she's one of those, you know, she starred in, have you heard of the vagina monologues? That's a huge feminist thing. She was in that. She was one of the actresses in that, at a local university here. So she posted pictures of her basically in lingerie when she was on stage. She talked about, like, so she's always been open about sex, but the thing is, she always says things like, like rape culture. Like, she made a video on rape culture. I didn't watch it because I knew I would fucking hate it. But you make a video on rape culture, and then she also does things like, she actually once posted a link from Anita about, remember when Anita was like, I can't do this talk at this college because people are threatening me. They're like, there's a whole thing about that. Yeah, she literally, like, that's, the vagina monologues is literally a thing where women talk about bullshit. Basically, like, lesbians, I don't know, it's, like, you can look it up, and, like, just some of the titles are fucking disgusting sounding to me, like, but anyway, it's a lot of liberal feminist bullshit. But yeah, she was in it. But it's a very hyper-sexualized, of course, because, whatever. Yeah, but the thing is, she's intelligent. She's very intelligent, and she's college educated. And the thing is, she's how do I say this? She's the kind of girl, like, she gets involved in a lot of scholastic and educational things, but she's really hot. But she goes to, like, women's conferences, like, with college age girls her age. She's met with the fucking mayor of our town, or like, no, the senator of our town, of our fucking state. So I guess she's not an idiot. She's just, I don't know what I want to say. She's smart, but still kind of dumb. I don't know, maybe I'm the dumb one. Let's get red pilled. I've tried, honestly, but I think she's too far gone, honestly, for that. Every fucking time. God fucking damn it. It did 28 damage. She had 27 hit points. Fuck these little fucking candy drops of bullshit. piece of shit. Fucking patriarchy. Holding your team down. Damn straight! Fucking check your privilege, enemy team. What a battle. What a lot of EXP I got. Do I have a revival bead? Please? I do not. Go fucking back. So this fucking... this grinding run went well. But yeah, she's extremely hot. I would bone her with like, given the opportunity, there would be no hesitation. But see, that idea is weird. That's an idea that's almost exclusive to men, because no, I can't revive. Like, Lilim is dead. I can't. I don't have a spell that revives people. The thing that is exclusive to men is, like, we separate emotional and physical attraction, and with women that is not the case, or so I've been told. Because to them, like, I've heard women tell me that they could never. Well, actually, that's not true, because women have sex with men they hate all the time when they have sex with. I have no, like, maybe they all lied to me then. But I've had people tell me that they could never separate. They could never have sex with someone they hate, and I totally could. Absolutely. Like, she's one of the. I wouldn't hate her. I don't hate her, but I kind of dislike her based on her opinions. But I would give my left testicle to have sex with her, and I guess that's kind of odd. Maybe. Well, I'm out, kiddo. We're low on funds, buddy. Okay, I gotta make sure I summon her to the team. I always forget that. She is really not. She's not bringing much to the team. I've noticed. She's kind of definitely dragging us down. How dare someone actually listen to biology? But see, the thing is, there's a little bit of, like, shame about listening to biology. Like, the implication is that, yeah, even though you feel the urge, you should never act on that. Like, even though you don't, like, because you don't like her, you shouldn't have sex with that person, because that would be, I don't know, there's something shameful about, I don't know, maybe that's just the usual stigma associated with consensual, or not consensual, but with casual sex. But it seems to me like there are a lot of people who would be like, you know, you had sex with her, even though you hate her, that just means you're just a horn dog, you're a slave to your desires. But I feel like, you know, under the right circumstances, like, even though I talk all this shit about SJWs, if I met one in real life, I'd do my best to try to convert them. And I wouldn't. I'm not really an asshole, not in real life anyway. Oh, okay, maybe a little bit, but like, I feel like if I met one of them in real life, they would probably treat me the same they do online. But I would do my best to be, you know, compassionate, I guess. Glad that missed Lilim, because she's weak to ice. Oh, you piece of shit! Yeah, you're right. I mean, the shameful part of sex is recent, but And if there was a feminist here right now, they would tell me that what I described is part of the patriarchy or part of the sexist culture we have, and that feminism aims to destroy that. And maybe they do, but they also aim to do a whole lot of other things that I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I have no problem with gender equality. I think that most people in this modern age agree with equality, and that's the thing that SJWs fucking hate. They hate it when someone says, I support equality, but I'm not a feminist, because they hate the idea that there is a dichotomy, that there could be the implication that there could be a difference between feminism and equality. But most normal educated people want. Now there are still hateful people out there who don't want equality, but I would say most people in the first world do. But you know, you've seen those like polls, like how many people consider themselves feminists? Not very many, and that's the SJWs don't get that maybe there's a fucking reason. There is a reason people are rejecting it. They are getting turned away by the way they act. And I think that without labeling ourselves feminists or whatever, or progressives, we can do the good things that feminism says it's going to do while it does all the other shitty bullshit. Like, for example, I was thinking about this earlier when I was fuck, I did not mean to do that. I was thinking about this earlier when I was, I don't like him either. I was thinking about this earlier when I was going to lunch. I was thinking about how, like, you know, in our culture, remember that hashtag Like a Girl campaign where it was like, you know, taking back that, you know, they always use like a girl as a derogatory remark, and that's proof of sexism in our culture. Like, the same thing applies to men with the phrase "be a man," right? Because the idea is that if you don't act like a brave, like if you show weakness, you basically are not a man, right? You revoke your status as a man unless you are brave all the time. That is also sexism. All right. Well, I mean, even if they're going to say, "Oh, that doesn't count as sexism," that is still a societal pressure upon men, and it sucks. You know, we have the same, like, the pressures hurt men and women, and I think that if we could get rid of both for both sexes, then good. Then no one has to. Then there's also the argument that maybe someone shouldn't have to listen to society anyway. Just lift. Watch shit. I tried lifting before, but I have a shitty lifestyle. I have a shitty diet, and I don't have the. I mean, I'm gonna try again, but as it is right now, I don't have the discipline to actually get fit or die Myron. I know, I'm just bad and don't buy my own groceries. If third wave BS is BS. But the thing is, they always hide behind actual issues that people somewhat agree with, because they always say things like, "Okay, we want to help rape victims," which is great. You know, who doesn't want to help rape victims? But that's the point. They pick things that everybody has to agree with by default, and then if you disagree with them, then you have to disagree with the almost universally bad thing they want to fix. Like, well, if you disagree with feminism, does it mean you disagree with helping rape victims? And that's how they get this moral hold over all their believers. But the thing is, you don't need feminism to help rape victims. Just like that girl told me, you can even be a sexist. You can be a sexist, and you can still be a good person. Apparently, you can be a worthwhile person. I want to help female. I have seen. Now, my my school's. I'm gonna put this into agility. I'm gonna put it into luck actually. Now my school has a really shitty. Yeah, we're gonna continue. The people at the top want to make money out of it. So they can charge on anti-rape. The people at the top want to make money out of it. The normal people who get sucked into it, they think what they're doing is right, and that's what's scary is because they think they're morally justified in their actions. But what I was saying is that you don't need feminism to do the things that feminism says it's going to do. Just like you can be technically a sexist in the eyes of modern feminism, but you can still be a worthwhile person, a good friend. You can. The things that feminism claims to fight for, you don't need an institution like feminism to do. You don't need a label like feminism. You don't need to be a men's rights activist, even though I don't think there's anything wrong with men's rights activists. Just like I don't think there's anything wrong with being a feminist. I don't think a feminist is naturally a bad word, but when a woman says she's not a feminist and a whole bunch of Tumblr-esque feminists attack them,